green on the brim. Pro fan talk, every take in the gym. From the link to the league, I'm connected to the spin. Breaking news, breaking plays where you really want to tap in. Philly on my tongue when I'm calling out a route. Pull a clip, roll a tape, then we talk it out. All 22 on my mind, see the motion pre-snap. I'm in the lab with the facts, you just scrolling through the app. Jalen with the read, I'm explaining what you missed. Why the safety bail late, why the cornerback blitz. From the pass rush twist to the red zone slang. Coach Marcus on the mic with the real fan chant. Pro fan talk, hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score roar. Pro fan talk, where the real ones call. From the birds to the league, we gon' cover it all. From the draft room rumors to that waiver wire heat. Trade buzz humming like the crowd on Broad Street. Sunday to Monday, I'm recapping every snap. Tuesday got the bald Eagles filling in the gaps. Eagles on the header, but the scope league wide. How we making deals for the vets on the slide. Quarterback drama, I'ma sort that pile. Coach on the podium, read between the lines. I'm talking rivalries, upsets, underdogs rise, overtime classics, blown calls, bad drives. Jack going crazy when the topic get wild. So we keep it all game, keep it smart, keep it down. Pro fan talk, hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score raw. Pro fan talk.
What's going on, y'all? Oh, we done had a day of days, man. These last couple of days have been crazy. Free agency is getting started. You got the big renege on Maxx Crosby in Baltimore. That whole situation is going off. Caitlin Clark playing basketball again. Mass hysteria. Cats and dogs living together. It's crazy. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Pro Fan Talk Live. 10 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, so we can talk to my people on the West Coast. But what's good with you? What's good? Carlos, first out the limo. Chris 3K, as usual. Dave Money, as usual. Tiffany, as usual. Appreciate all my people being in the house. Ty Baby, what's going on? How we doing tonight, man? There's a lot of stuff going on tonight. We got the WNBA trying to hammer out a CBA deal. The U.S. team just started playing. Maxx Crosby reneges. Or I should say the Baltimore Ravens renege. I can't blame that on Maxx Crosby. That's on Baltimore. Baltimore just got cold feet on giving up them first round draft picks, and they saw Trey Hendrickson in there at a lower price and just took, they got in there on a good sale. So they took the deal, but Maxx Crosby ain't gonna miss no meals. But yeah, we had one of our own, Jordan Davis, had his press conference. That was I'm proud of that kid. I'm happy to see somebody do it the right way. That's the way it's supposed to go down. That's the way me and Tone talked about that the other day. He listened to the coaches, took their advice, did what they asked him to do, and it paid dividends. So since he invested in them and listened, and what they said was correct, and you saw the production on the field, they rewarded him. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the way it's supposed to work. Now, I do know this is an ugly business that we are in. The NFL is an ugly business. Ain't no two ways about it. However, sometimes they get it right. Not all the times, but sometimes, because sometimes the guys do the right thing. Sometimes they don't cause no trouble. Sometimes they're productive on the field, and they still get the short end of the stick. So I'm just glad that this kid stuck it out, did what he was supposed to do, and he got rewarded for it. That's what I call doing it the right way on both sides of the ball. From the ownership to the players, everybody's got responsibilities. And in this particular case, with this particular kid on this particular team, everybody lived up to their end of the bargain. I ain't got no problems with that. So yeah, that was some good news. Can't stop thinking about Rick Woolen signing. I'm gonna do a whole video on that in a day, so I'm gonna try to get that done tomorrow. That kid, the more I see him, the more I like him. As I don't know, as much as I was worried about losing Jalen Phillips, losing the Kobe Dean, that is a big plug, if you will, in that dam. That is a big piece of the puzzle, and this kid can play. So Howie, I had never heard his name mentioned before. So I don't know how it came up. I don't know if he was interested in us. We were interested in him. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know how that came apart or came about, I should say. But I'm just glad that it did. And we are the benefactors of such a good player. And I'm all for that. So we are good to go, man. So um, yeah. Georgia boys, man. Georgia boys. Jalen Carter was there at the press conference. And it's and we give Jalen Carter a lot of grief for some of his actions and some of his behavior, and rightfully so. However, people got to remember that everybody's a different personality. When you go to your job, you don't get along with everybody. Some people don't like you, the way you act, what you do. There's always going to be somebody that ain't down with what you do. You can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. Hell, the most hated man in the NFL just released a children's book. Stop playing with me. Jalen Hurts reading the third graders, releasing a kid's book from the most hated player in the league. I still can't believe that. But in any case, man, it's looking good, man. I'm again total confidence in Howie. Like what he's doing, waiting around, um, being sure of what he's got and what he needs to do, and that's the way it should. That's the way it should be. That's the way Howie should be. That's the way he has been. And again, just seeing some of the feedback in the media on sports radio. And I know everybody telling me when y'all saw my short about AJ Brown on when they was talking about him on WIP, I got a lot of comments about like we don't even listen to WIP no more. And I'm like, that's easier said than done. I just don't turn it off. I got to hear what's being said, so I can rebut. There is some people that I still like to listen to. Any of the ex players, I try to listen to. I try to listen to Hugh Douglas. I try to listen to John Ritchie. I try to listen to Ike. I try to listen to Big Brother Seth when he's on there live. So it's not all bad. That's what I'm trying to say. And guess what? Let's keep it a buck. There's some people on social media today that are just as bad. It's all about clickbait. It's all you. I mean, I read it. Look at the headlines and the thumbnails and stuff like. Sometimes, man, now that people that got a hold and figured out how to use AI, and it's like, Lord have mercy. So that's what that's why I know I say it as a joke when me and Tone was talking last night, but I am not AI. I'm a real man, and I put down most of this stuff on my own. So I use AI, but it is a tool. It is not something that I totally rely on 100%. Guess what? I made the video of my great grandson dancing to the music and doing the crip walk like everybody else did. That's about as far as it goes, man. So it's all good. You know what, Tiff? I don't think Twitter is bad. Twitter just, you know what? Twitter is like money. That's what I will say. Twitter is like money. Twitter just brings out what you already are. You can really sniff somebody out and see what they're about when you look at their posts. So I mean, it is what it is. I like my friends used to call me at the Apple store. They used to say they say, Coach, you a OG, triple OG, man. You've been around for a minute, and I have. So my perspective is skewed on a lot of things that a lot of younger folks, they just don't get it, or they just, I don't know. We built different. I say this all the time. I was built on freeze tag and hose water. So I do things a little bit different. I can see things for myself. I can think for myself. I can not like a particular player, but appreciate what they do or respect their talent. All of that type of stuff, man. So it Ty, every medium you get, Every medium you get. I don't care if it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Um, everybody you get is gonna have something bad about it. Appreciate you, Mortis. Appreciate you, bro. Um, so yeah, it is what it is. You're gonna have good and bad. It comes with the territory. So all I know is the one thing you can't argue with is the truth, because it's gonna always come out the truth. So it is what it is. They do troll a lot, but you got to roll with it. It's part and parcel of it. Um, you know what, Tiff, AI can be dangerous if you don't know what you're looking at. But I tell people this all the time. That's what I do for a living. I'm an artist. I do graphic work. You see my graphics and what I do that for a living. So I can tell when something is real and when something is AI. But I will admit, every day it gets better. Every day it gets better. I remember when everybody really first started getting into it, and you would see they would, try to make a pretty lady walking down the street, and the thing would give her like 6 fingers and 3 legs, and it was just like little oddities that it didn't know how to figure out. Where it's done figured it out. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's here to stay. So either learn how to use it or get ran over by it. So I choose the former. I'm gonna figure out what it is, what it can do, what it can't do, what it shouldn't do, and more importantly, I'm gonna recognize when I see it. And for me, it gets easier and easier to recognize when somebody's using it, because there's always those telltale signs. What I tell people is, if you're not sure if something is AI or not, if possible, look at the backgrounds. Backgrounds always give it away. It's like a magic trick. It's like prestidigitation. It's like, it's deflection. While you looking over here, I do something over here. So always look at the background. When you look at the background, there's always something or someone in the background that's reacting in a very odd way that doesn't make sense. That sort of thing. If you look at any AI art and you look at the background, try to notice any signage, anything written out in the background, a sign, a poster, a street sign, I don't know, a billboard or something like that. Usually in the background, when you see billboards and stuff like that, it's gibberish. It's all of that ipsum unum stuff. It's like, from a distance, if you look at it, it looks like words, but if you concentrate on what it actually says, literally it's just gibberish. It's just letters and characters, and some of the characters not even real. So, but just be aware of what you're looking at. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Figure it out. So, what's up, Linda Washington? How we all doing out there? What's up, Brian? What you talking about? I think Howie trades for a pass rusher from the Vikings, or he signs Hassan Reddick. Everyone else is taking. Listen, I am not opposed from Hassan Reddick being back here. Y'all know my how I feel about that. Keep your homeboys at home. Keep your homeboys at home. I did not want to see Hassan Reddick go when all of that went down the first time. Keep your homeboys at home. I would love to see Hassan Reddick back. I ain't got no problem with that. So, what's up, G Mill? What's good with you? Yeah, I saw that Jalen making rounds promoting his book, The Most Hated Man in the NFL, with a kid's book. That's just funny to me. But yeah, he doing his thing. He doing his thing as long as he don't stay out too late. And when he get home, he opened up Sean Mannion's playbook. I hope him and Sean Mannion get on the Zoom call or something. So I just want to see what's going to happen. Very interested to see what's going on here with what AJ's going to do, if he's going to make a decision. At the end of the day, it's a coin flip. Howie ain't going to get rid of him. I'm still not sold that AJ wants to leave. I'm still not sold on that. But could it be that AJ is just like sick of the city, sick of the nonsense? I don't know. So he's woven a different way. You know what I'm saying? AJ is a different cat. And from his experience, from his past, from his dealings with mental health, and I've said this before, guys like AJ, they got to deal with their stress in a certain kind of way. I ain't got no problem with that. As long as it's productive. And for the most part, he has been productive. And I tell you what, if y'all saw my video the other day when I was listening to WIP, I was like, but they made it sound like every time AJ Brown walked in the locker room, he was starting a fight. That's what they made it sound like. And I was like, I don't understand where y'all getting this from. I don't understand how you latch on to a major public narrative from the radio stations, and then the ESPN and Fox News, they all fed off of it. And it's like nobody did any homework. It's like, come on now. So yeah, I don't yeah, Tiff, I'm with you. I think he's tired of the media. I don't know why he want to go to the Patriots. If you want Drake May over Jalen Hurts, you go ahead and do that. You go ahead and do that. So, wonder what's going on with the Goddard situation. That's a good question, man. I wasn't crazy about Calcaterra coming back, but he's back. Calcaterra is a great catching linebacker. He reminds me of Dallas Goedert, maybe Calcaterra an inch taller. But he can't block. We need to block a tight end. However, and let me pause and let me take a step back. That perspective comes from what I saw the last 2 seasons. We got a new offensive coordinator who's obviously doing things different. He's got a new game plan. He's got a new philosophy. So he's doing things a little bit different. So I don't know what Mannion wants. Maybe in his offense, a blocking tight end isn't that important. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Although I would like to have some type of balance. We need somebody that can get open and run by some linebackers. We need somebody that can handle that wide 9 and put hands on somebody and open up the outside run lane. So we need the best of both worlds. So I don't know. Calcaterra ain't it. I don't know if Munt is it. So, but we gonna find out. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Am I concerned with Rick Woolen's discipline? Listen, if we can deal with CJ Gardner-Johnson, we can deal with Rick Woolen. I'll say it like that. If we can deal with Jalen Carter and some of his shenanigans, we can deal with Rick Woolen. So, and as long as we got Vic Fangio and Clint Hurt on our sidelines, I think we good. We got enough core people, core personalities, leader personalities in that locker room now on defense that can curtail some of that stuff. Brandon Graham is still on the squad. Let me be honest with you. If Brandon Graham decides to retire, I wish the Eagles will make him a coach immediately. Immediately. Put that hat on, bro. Because they need you on that sideline. So we'll see what they're gonna do, but we can deal with his discipline. So we'll see what happens. As long as he don't, at the end of the day, as long as he don't do nothing stupid. That's as much as we love Jalen Carter, when you spit in somebody's face and then try to get away with it, and we got 8 bajillion cameras on you, and then you miss a game, you dodged the bullet because it happened at the beginning. You dodged the big ass bullet, and it just made the situation worse because it was Dallas and the whole world was watching that game. So that made it look even worse. I think the decision about him not getting 2 games and all that kind of stuff, I think that was the right thing to do, not suspend him anymore, because he missed the game. The refs did what they were supposed to do. They kicked him out immediately. He didn't get a snap in. That's why it wasn't any worse. But he got smacked in the face with some karma. Karma whooped up on his ass this year. You do that, then you getting hurt, I think he got a little bit of karma. Maybe that'll humble him a little bit. Maybe him seeing what just happened to Jordan Davis. Maybe that'll humble him a little bit. Like, hey man, let me get down to business because before too long, it's gonna be time for me to get mine. And when he's locked in, I didn't ever think we'd be able to say this again. But when he's locked in, he is the best in the NFL, period. And he is on our team. So we got to find a way to get his ass locked in big time. He's got to stay consistent. We got to figure out a way that he don't slip up. Hopefully, big Jordan Davis, because people forget Jordan Davis is a couple years ahead of him. They played together, but I only think they played 1 year together. So, and not for nothing, things happen, man, when you get the responsibility of being that player in the locker room. He is clearly the best player on defense when he's healthy and when he's locked in. Now, some things come with that. Do you want to step up to the plate and be the leader on the defense and be that type of dude? Or is that not in you? I don't know if he was a captain when he was in college. I don't know. But clearly, in a lot of games, he was the best player on the field. I'm looking this up right now. Was Jalen Carter captain in college? Jalen Carter was named one of the 4 captains for the Kentucky game during his junior season at Georgia. Okay. That wasn't my question. My question was he a captain? If you were captain, you were captain all year. This is just telling me that he got voted the captain probably because he had a good game so he can go out and do the coin toss. Or when you were captain, did you have that C on your chest? Did you, everybody know what I'm talking about. Everybody know what I'm talking about. So, I don't, yeah, people wanted us to trade JC, but nah, man, he too good. He too good. So, really believe that Jordan Davis will help with counsel with Jalen Carter. Those two are like brothers and best friends. I've been watching both of them all the way back to Georgia Bulldogs. Good. You need a mentor, and Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis just kind of getting into his own. So we'll see. Let me see. They already starting the shit with Jalen Hurts? Or are you talking about Clint Hurt? You must be talking about Clint Hurt. I don't know. I didn't hear anything today, but I didn't listen to WIP either. So I didn't listen to the radio today. Yeah. Anthony, I watch I follow Anthony on Twitter. DeBona's got good stuff. Thank you for that. I'm gonna look that up. All right. Nizal. And let me see. Hold on. Let me check in on Annie Constable real quick. They waiting outside. Latest, coffee and donuts have been delivered, and I, for one, have never been more grateful. The caffeine entering hour 8 is much needed. Thank you to the most recent anonymous source. Nice. Somebody sent them coffee. They camped out for following the CBA negotiations. That's cool. But DeBona, let me see what we got. Meetings. Let me see. He got old stuff on here. This is, oh no, that's an hour ago. Pro Day. I don't see it. It's in here somewhere. I just can't see it. But oh, here we go. Eagles will be kicking can down the road with Dallas Goddard. They backed themselves into a corner with the situation because they haven't drafted a tight end in the first 2 days. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, yeah, we'll see what they're gonna do. We'll see what they're gonna do. I haven't found that the one that you were talking about. Could Howie swoop in for Maxx Crosby? I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. I saw that, Brian. Hargrave went to the Packers. Yep. So, Moro Jomo. Yeah. We got to figure out a way to get that right, or how we can flip it for draft picks. So, what's up, Todd? The one time I decided to listen to WIP about the signing, and they were ragging on Woolen. Some people will never be satisfied. That's it in a nutshell. I'll never take anyone over Ringo, and his height alone puts him over Adore. I'll take anyone over Ringo. Man, the Ringo thing is so funny because I was down for Keely Ringo. I was like, I just knew he was gonna be a player. Man, was I wrong on that one. I just knew. I was like, yo, this boy, all he need is reps. He got the speed, he got the size, he got the physicality, he got everything he need, man. All he need to do is just get in there and just get more reps, get comfortable. And boy, was I wrong. He was bad as an understatement. He was not good at all. I didn't understand that at all. I'm like, how did something flip like that quickly? Like sometimes he would be out there like almost like he never did any type of technique drills. Like, man, it was just like, dude, you can't. Your hips, dude, your hips are too stiff, bro. What are you doing? Um, yeah, that was the big news of the day, Brian. I don't know why that happened. I just think the Ravens just decided to renege, and they got Trey Hendrickson at a cheaper price. And I'm going to assume the story that keeps them out of trouble is their doctors thought that the knee injury was worse than reported. That's the only thing I can think of, and that's the story that they're gonna go with. Because all parties knew that he was hurt. Y'all knew he was hurt before you made the trade. So it just looks bad on the Ravens. Not the first time it's happened, but it's the first time it's happened with somebody with a name this big in the NFL. So, yeah, I don't. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. Are people going to be a little hesitant to pick up the phone when the Ravens are calling? Possibly, possibly. But at the end of the day, if the deal is sweet, somebody going to take the deal. So, um, nah, Adore. If he want to be a backup, maybe, but yeah, it was. I thought he was better than he looked. So I don't know. I don't know. Check my Twitter. What'd you do? There you go. All right, I see it. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let me see here. Let me see here. Oh Lord, I'm all in the wrong spot, y'all. Let me much better. There we go. Um Reed Blankenship, he was on 9 free agents. Yeah, Reed, Jalen, Jahan, Aziz, Josh, Uche, How. The only ones I'm looking at: Brett Toth, N'Kobe Dean. Um, I mean, we could afford to lose Josh Uche. Dotson, I'm good with that. I didn't want to see Reed go, and I didn't want to see Jalen Phillips go. But I understand. Reed is sentimental to me. Reed went to Middle Tennessee. I used to play against Middle Tennessee when I was in college. They were in our conference, Ohio Valley Conference. So shout out to the 1AA schools. Um, and Reed was an undrafted free agent and became a starter in his rookie year. Like, you got to know what the hell you doing to do that. And Reed did it. Reed wasn't the biggest, strongest, or fastest, but Reed Blankenship knew where he was supposed to be on the field very early in his career. And he picked up that defense quick, and he could direct traffic. He was a quarterback back there. And that says a lot when you can pick up and know what you're supposed to do. Because a lot of times it ain't your talent that can help you make a team. It's how quickly you can pick up a playbook. Talent is for the guys that they drafted. But if you were a free agent, and you trying to make the squad, the biggest boost in you making a team is how quickly you can put up and understand the playbook. So Reed Blankenship was that dude. So I was sorry to see him go. And of course, my dude, like I said, N'Kobe, it is what it is. I'm glad he got his payday down in Vegas. Now, I don't know what's going to happen now that that money is back on the books for Maxx Crosby. That's weird. That is a weird situation right there. So yeah, is everyone talking about that? I didn't hear what they said about Rick Woolen. But like I said, if we can deal with CJ Gardner-Johnson, we can deal with anybody. I'm sorry. CJ Gardner-Johnson dodged a couple of bullets. Remember when he came up and made that tackle and threw his helmet off? And then tried to play like it was an accident? I thought they was going to throw the flag on him because we got a tackle for a loss. That was a big play. And that would have kept the momentum going and kept that drive going. But they didn't call it. But I thought he did take his helmet off. So he dodged. And it's been a couple times where he dodged some bullets. But I don't disagree. We would rather not have those problems. However, as long as you can back it up and as long as you don't cost us, the minute it start costing us, that's a problem. That's a problem. But what you gonna do with somebody that's 6'4" and runs a 4.26, y'all? Or was it a 4.28? 4.2 anything. I don't care if it's a 4.299. A 4.2 anything at 6'4". Good grief. Do y'all understand what that means? Why you think Quinyon is so good at 6'2" and he ran a 4.33 at the combine? Like, when you got size and speed like that and you a DB, man, it makes a difference. That joker got them long arms. His wingspan is crazy. He is going to be a problem. All he got to do is keep his head screwed on straight. I can deal with the aggressiveness. He gonna get a couple of BS calls, because these refs don't know what they want to call and everything's roughing the passer when you decide to play football. But as long as it's nothing crazy, man. As long as it doesn't cost us any games, man. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. So I heard about that. They traded Dallas traded Osa Odigizua. Yeah, Dallas got to get into the game. They always gonna do something crazy. They were talking about penalties, which we know, but he can cover. Penalties can be fixed. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what we got to deal with right now. So guess what? We got to deal with it. Hopefully Vic Fangio can get a hold of him. Sirianni can get a hold of him. And not for nothing, this is not the city to be costing us games. Not the city. So hopefully he'll get that message and we'll be fine. Yeah, man, I love a tall corner. Love a tall corner. Obligatory. Dallas sucks. I would love to see the both of them back. But I done seen enough of Andrew Makuba. He's another one. If he stay on the field, that's a good thing. So he just got to stay healthy. He was balling until it was good until it wasn't. So he just got to stick with it. He got a 3rd round pick. I mean, it's still so early for the draft. I know people are not really talking about it, but the whole Maxx Crosby thing, that's going to shift the draft stock a little bit. That's going to shift how people pick and like things of that nature. So it like these things are going to have a domino effect. You know. So we'll see. We'll see what they're going to do. They got to everybody going to have problems too. That's the one thing we can't forget. It's not like all of these teams it's not like they all got the right answers. They're going to have to do some experimenting too. Because I know when camp starts, Eagles are going to be the center of attention because everybody's going to be looking at Sean Mannion. So we'll be waiting to see what he looks like, what he does, what his philosophy is, how he runs things. I know he likes to use motion a lot. So yeah, it's going to be new for everybody. It's going to be new for Jalen. It's going to be new for the receivers and Devontae. So yeah. CJGJ bring that spark. He can bring that wood, man. So I think he's trying to calm down. I saw his little podcast when he was talking to his boys. He was like, he ready to retire. He can get it in. He got his money. So he ready to settle down and be a podcast gamer. I can't hate on him though, because that's what I do. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I ain't even had a chance to play Marathon these last couple of days. I've been so busy. My office is in a wreck. I had to my wife, both me and my wife work from home, and she has to be on the phone. So if she starts to drop calls, that's a problem. So we've been futzing around with the router and trying, do I buy extenders? Do I try to hardwire it? All of that kind of stuff. So eventually what I ended up doing, I just bought me a spool of 50 feet of Cat 6 cable. And I just ran the cable out of my office on the ceiling up to where her office is on the landing. And I bought me some little tacks so you can put the wires on the wall. And I got it all pieced out. So you ain't got wires hanging everywhere. And I was smart enough to buy flat wire, not the round wire, the flat wire. Looks like a flat phone cable. So what I can do is I can stick that in the door seal and close the door, and it's not going to crimp up because it's flat, the door is not going to hurt it. So I've been dealing with that. And then, of course, at one point I thought I was going to have to cancel the streaming night because Carlos, I don't know what y'all got over in Philly. Tiff, I don't know what y'all got over there, but it was thundering and lightning over here. Something fierce. I thought that we was going to lose power at one point. So I was like, I might have to put this on pause, but as quick as it came in, it went out. So can a tight end be taught to block, or is it a situation where you either have it or you don't? No, blocking is a technique. Blocking is technique. Blocking is leverage. Blocking is having good feet and wheeling your hips around and, trying to get between you and the ball carrier. So there is a lot of technique. Some people just take to it a little bit easier than others. So there are some people who just can block their ass off. They got it. They figured it out at a young age. They know how to punch. They know how to put their hands in somebody's chest. I don't know if all the guys don't know what I'm talking about. If you ever been roughhousing with your dad and you get to that age, you get 12, 13 years old, and then you actually think you can take your old man and he put them two hands in your chest and basically just either drive you back or just does one of those Bruce Lee palm extensions and knocks you into the wall. It's all about hand placement and getting low and dropping hips. And somebody can be taught the technique to make them adequate at blocking. Yes, that can be taught. So everybody keeps saying that, Ty, but at the end of the day, they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. The only difference is because Maxx Crosby was such a big name. This has happened before. It just didn't happen with a name this big. If he was I don't know, if he was just a guy, wouldn't nobody give a damn. If he was some special teamer or some backup kicker that they needed or whatever, it would be different. But because it's Maxx Crosby, he's considered one of the best in the business at his position. Because it's him, it's a big deal. Is it a good look on Baltimore? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But they still didn't do nothing wrong. It does look shady. It does look suspect. But ultimately, they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't cheat. They knew what the report was, and they got cold feet. They got cold feet. Because think about it like this. And this is what people forget, because it does happen. When you flip it around, when a team is going to sign you, and all of a sudden the team goes in a different direction, what happens? If a player wants to come, I'm a free agent. I want to come here. I want to come to Philly. And then at the last minute, well, San Francisco offered me $6 million more, so I'm going to go over there. Happens all the time. It just doesn't register as a big deal when it's flipped. So, again, it's not a good look. It's not a good look on Baltimore. It's not a good look on the NFL, quite frankly. However, they did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. Somebody gave a good comp. They were talking about it on ESPN, and they was like, it's just like you finally found your dream home, and when you go in for inspection, now you find out you got termites and the ceiling is leaking. So what do? You don't go through with the sale. You back up and like, nah, this is the same thing. They could have chose to not worry about it because they knew he was hurt. They knew the surgery. Las Vegas disclosed all of that. They knew exactly what happened. They knew exactly his rehab schedule, how long he'd been on crutches. They know everything. They just got cold feet because they didn't want to give up them 2 draft picks for Maxx Crosby, and they're going to have Baltimore's going to have their physician say, ooh, that knee looked a little bit worse than we thought. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, it look a little sleazy, but it's not illegal. So, like I said, will any teams be reluctant to deal with Baltimore? I mean, that might last all of a week. I'm not doing business with Baltimore. They do shady. And guess what? What happens when Baltimore has access to the pick that you want and willing to trade, and you got what they want? You're not going to do the deal because you feeling some kind of way and you in your feelings? No. If you a GM and you do that, you shouldn't be a GM. It's all about business. Don't make it personal. Personal ain't good business. So we'll see what they're going to do. How did Jihad hurt his shoulder? I don't know. That's a great question. I did not know he hurt his shoulder. It was, matter of fact, the first I heard about it tonight. So, oh, shoot. I missed that, Pen. Breaking news? Man, I got to get a breaking news graphic. Yeah, I got to get back on my grind now that we in the off season. I got to get like some new animations and some new stuff. Gotta get that on the docket right now. So I don't know. I guess that's breaking news. Ravens should have completed the medical before completing the deal. Other teams were interested. Now, Linda, doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Both teams, well, not both teams. Let me just say it like this. The Ravens knew exactly what the deal was. This is not about, in my opinion, this is not about their doctor saying, oh, his knee is bad. This is about the Ravens getting cold feet about giving 2 picks. Even though they gave their word that, basically this was a handshake deal. But now the Ravens knew exactly what was going on with Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby and the Raiders did not hide anything. It doesn't work that way because it doesn't benefit you if you do, because you're going to get found out. They didn't see anything different than anything that was already there. Because the one thing that teams do is they look at the medical work, the x-rays, MRIs, they look at all of that stuff before Maxx Crosby ever came to town, and then they look at it again in person with their own on-site physician. You know how many times that's happened where a guy comes in and says, hey, we really want you on this team. I know you got a rib injury. I know you got a month and a half more of rehab, but camp is 3 weeks or 3 months out. You got time. So we'll sign you anyways. That's the same thing that was going on with Maxx Crosby. They knew his knee injury was going to take some time to heal. They knew that. They were willing to gamble on that. And that gamble happens every year just with other players. Usually it just don't happen with players this big. Well, I take that back. It does happen with players this big because usually the players with big names like this are the ones that get the benefit of the doubt. Oh, I know he's going to be ready. Or we are aware that we're going to miss him for the first 3 games of the season. But we're okay with that. Happens all the time. So I understand what you're saying, Linda, but it doesn't work that way. The Ravens knew exactly what they were signing up for. It was no secret. Because the way some people, not all, the way some people try to explain it on TV or in social media, it's like Crosby was hiding something. Like Baltimore discovered something that wasn't there before. That's not the case. That's the excuse that they're using, but that's not the case. They knew exactly what they was getting into. They knew exactly what they was getting into. That happens way too much, way too often. For all of a sudden, I don't like the way his knee looking, and it's bull. That's bull. That's bull crap. That's bull crap. Yeah, they knew. They knew. They knew. The season don't start till August. So out there reneging, yeah. Like they're playing a bad hand of spades. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Trey was the cheaper product. Trey was the cheaper product coming out of Cincinnati. Had a lot of good years. Was very productive. But to me, it seems like Trey's going to be one of them dudes. Can he do that away from Cincinnati? I don't. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. So have y'all seen the memes? The one where they redid the Raiders post, but with Houston for I did some of those memes. I did see some of those. Everybody trying to get in on the gig. That's funny. So, but yeah, we got a lot of more. We got a lot of more coming. It's a lot of decisions that still have to be done. Howie ain't gonna sleep over the weekend, so it's gonna be that busy. Yeah, Chubb went to Tampa. Yep, we saw that. Definitely saw that. I still think we the leaders in the division. I don't see. I mean, let me slow it down. Defensively, we should still be the best in the division. Offensively, The X factor is Sean Mannion. We don't know what he's going to bring to the table. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I'm thinking it's going to be good. This kid is a wonder kid. A lot of good aura around him. A lot of positive. I ain't heard nobody say anything bad about him. So, he getting his shot, and we'll see what's going to happen. They pumping him up like he a wonder kid, smarter than the average bear. So we see what he gonna do. We see what he gonna do. Ty, Cowboys fans do that every year. That ain't nothing new. Let me put my sparkling down. So yeah, man, it's we good. We good. We good. I posted this morning. Thank you to everybody who supports my channel, because it lets me upgrade and it lets me get new toys. New toys like this. Let me see. Let's do this. Yeah, this is my new mixer. This is a Gig Caster 5. It's got the little digital display, got all my channels, got buttons, I got voiceovers, whole bunch of stuff. I ain't even turned it on yet. Matter of fact, let me see. Hold on. It's plugged in. There we go. At least I know how to turn it on now. So that's just something I'm using to help with my stream, with my gaming, and all of that type of stuff. It was time to step up. I bought a cheap one. Like I bought a cheap, like Chinese brand, something that you order from Temu. That's sort of thing. I didn't order from Temu, but it was the cheap like that. But it got good reviews, and I ordered it. And I meant to order the second generation of that product, and by mistake, I ordered the first generation, and I was like, ew. And then I saw this, and it was 45% off. So I was like, score. So yeah. So can't wait. Get it all set up and start using it. So hopefully if I'm using it right, you won't even know I'm using it. But I do want to start setting it up so where I can, because on this you can program like the laugh tracks and my super chats and all that type of stuff where the animations come in. So yeah. So you know me, I'm stepping the game up. Got some things I'm working on, got some transitions I'm working on, got some stuff I'm trying to get done for the NCAA tournament. Yeah. You know me, I'm on the grind. It's off season, but it ain't never the off season. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the WNBA. I got my shout out to everybody. If you here and you have not joined my second channel, it's called Pro Fan Hoops. Hook a brother up. Hook a brother up. If you like basketball, if you don't like basketball, then don't subscribe. But it is my second channel, and it's growing. It is growing. I had a real good video about Aaliyah Boston the other day, and that got me some good traction. So yeah. So if you like basketball, if you like women's basketball, I don't watch the NBA anymore. And I barely watch men's college basketball. I watch NCAA women, and I watch W. And I'm just not getting into the FIBA and the overseas and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah. So check it out. Let me see if I can get the let me see my channel. There we go. That's me in a nutshell. So check it out. Check it out. Hit that subscribe button. Always looking for new subscribers. Hopefully I can hit 1,000, and then we can get that going and keep that moving. I'm trying to hit 1,000 here, and my main channel, Pro Fan Talk, I'm trying to get 10,000. So I had my first video go viral a couple weeks ago at the end of the Olympics on curling of all things. So yeah, man, we growing, we moving, we shaking, we getting it done. Got some new equipment, got some new toys, all that kind of stuff. Y'all, let me be honest with you. I am not a fan of Unrivaled. I'm just not a big 3-on-3 person. I tried to watch Unrivaled in the Summer Olympics, and it could not keep my interest at all. I watched it for about 10 minutes. I watched I wanted to see Haley Van Lith, and I was like, yeah, I can't watch this. I'm not, I just something about it. I just don't. I will say this: the Unrivaled 1-on-1 tournament was good. That was good, but I just don't. 3-on-3 basketball just does not interest me. I tried to watch it. I watched last year. I watched the whole season. I made myself watch it just as a show of support to women's basketball. This year, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And that, not to get too far into the weeds in basketball, but that's what the WNBA is dealing with right now. If they don't get this deal done, every day that they don't get a deal done, they lose in interest. They lose in, like, fans are finding other things to occupy their time. And you see today, the U.S. team played today, and it seemed like everybody was watching it. Everybody was finally get to see Caitlin Clark back on the court. Caitlin, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, Ryan Howard, all of them. And that's what the people that love women's basketball, that's what we waiting to see. And the WNBA keep messing. They messing with the money. I love curling. Love curling. I was watching the Paralympics. I'm gonna do a video on the Paralympics. The Americans, they lost the bronze game. But I love the Paralympics curling. That was cool. I love the regular curling. I might have to find a place where I can curl. I got a friend that curls. So might have her show me how to curl or something like that. So that would be a good thing. Good content. So might do that. But what am I forgetting? Oh, to Friday. I don't think there's going to be a cast on Friday because, well, no, I take that back. Friday, I'm going to NFL Films. I'm going to NFL Films with the Eagles alumni, so I will be up there. And I'm going to be getting, like, a lot of good content. I always get good content. Last time I was up there, I ran into John Runyon and Greg Cosell. So I always manage to get some good content. So, it should be good. It should be good. So I'm looking forward to that. So we definitely gonna have some new stuff either Friday or Saturday. Definitely gonna have some content from NFL Films. That should be fun. And I can't wait. Can't wait to do it. So, and obviously I'm gonna be looking, following the headlines this week because there's gonna be some more stuff that drops in the next couple of days till we go into the weekend. So it's probably gonna go all through the weekend. So, but yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for jumping in with me. Next time you fall through, do me a favor, bring a friend. Tell your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your cousin, your play cousin, your auntie, uncle, nephews, all of them. That's your homework. Everybody in your office, they need to be following me on Pro Fan Talk. Make it happen. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Be safe. If you around these storms that's going on, please be careful. But I'm gonna be up out of here. I will see you guys on Friday. I might even do some like live shorts from NFL Films because I'm gonna be, if they do it like last time, we'll be on set, like on some of the ESPN shows and all of that kind of stuff. So I'll be able to take some pictures on set. So I might do some live streams, like shorts, from on site. So that should be fun. So stay tuned. So, but I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining me. And again, bring a friend. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. See y'all on Friday. Go Birds.
Mic check. No one likes us, we don't care. Hit the logo on the cap, midnight. like green on the brim. Pro fan talk, every take in the gym. From the link to the league, I'm connected to the spin. Breaking news, breaking plays where you really want to tap in. Philly on my tongue when I'm calling out a route. Pull a clip, roll a tape, then we talk it out. All 22 on my mind, see the motion pre-snap. I'm in the lab with the facts, you just scrolling through the app. Jalen with the read, I'm explaining what you missed. Why the safety bail late, why the cornerback blitz. From the pass rush twist to the red zone slang. Coach Marcus on the mic with the real fan chant. Pro fan talk, hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score room. Pro fan talk, where the real ones call. From the birds to the league, we gon' cover it all. From the draft room rumors to that waiver wire heat. Trade buzz humming like the crowd on Broad Street. Sunday to Monday, I'm recapping every snap. Tuesday got the bald Eagles, filling in the gaps. Eagles on the header, but the scope league wide. How we making deals for the vets on the slide. Quarterback drama, I'ma sort that pile. Coach on the podium, read between the lines. I'm talking rivalries, upsets, underdogs rise, overtime classics, blown calls, bad drives. Shaq going crazy when the topic get wild. So we keep it all game, keep it smart, keep it down. Pro fan talk, hit the bell.